Hello. This week, you will be beginning your second essay and turning that essay assignment in at the end of the week. Keep in mind that this is essay number 2 of 3 for the entire course. This video is just an overview to discuss the essay assignment and just point out a few things that will help you along the way. So, to begin with, you will find the essay assignment on Blackboard in the present week folder. Just to read the description, it's saying social media and technology connect us with one another in ways that were unimaginable in the past. Smartphones allow people constant contact with their friends and family. These devices also enable us to communicate with networks all over the world. But this technology also comes with dangers. Constant connectivity is altering our social interactions and our behaviors, as well as our sense of self. So, as before, your task is going to be to write a 3 to 5 page argumentative essay that takes some kind of position on the topic of social media and technology. Now, what sets this paper apart from the first one is that there are a lot of different avenues that you can pursue. I think that there is more openness, more freedom to put forth different positions just based on the different kinds of readings that we've done. What I mean by that, right here are some suggested topics that might help you think it through. Maybe you want to focus on the topic as to whether or not social media or technology is making us smarter or less smart. That would then be your argument, right? As a result of the increase in social media, people are becoming less intelligent. And then the rest of the paper, you would prove that. Another possible topic would be, is social media and technology making relationships stronger or less strong, better or worse? And you can think about that in a diversity of ways. In some ways, it helps us stay in contact with people that we otherwise wouldn't be able to connect with, like maybe grandparents that live far away. On the other hand, it complicates intimate relationships in some ways. Maybe you want to focus on social media and parental control. A lot of the articles that we read, the recommendation that the authors made was that actually parents just need to take greater control over their children's use of social media. Maybe you agree with that and you think that that's a good thing. Maybe you think that young people need privacy and that social media is an important place for them to be able to try on new identities and to explore themselves free of surveillance and monitoring. Perhaps you want to focus on the topic of political polarization or political partisanship, or maybe you want to focus on mental health, or maybe you want to focus on the topic of social media and children. As I mentioned, I think that there are a lot of different avenues that you can pursue. One other avenue that I want to suggest is that it's also okay to disagree with the articles that we put forward. For example, in the Jonathan Haidt article, when the dangerous experiment on teen girls, he makes the claim that social media has had an outsized impact on young girls. Maybe you want to argue that, yeah, while that's true, I agree with Jonathan Haidt. I also think that social media is having a negative effect on teen boys. In particular, you might focus on the sort of gym culture or the Insta gym kind of memes that put pressure on young men to have a certain kind of physical appearance. Right? So those are just some suggestions. As before, I'm looking for you to cite at least 2 of the articles that we studied in class. And this time you will include a naysayer or a counterclaim. A naysayer or counterclaim is, of course, when you bring up the opposite opinion, and then you explain why it is that that opinion is not actually true or not actually valid. Right, so the rest of the requirements you will note down here. Last thing that I want to say in regards to just the assignment overall is that be sure that when you are referencing the author, that you are either using the author's full name, like Jonathan Haidt, or just the last name, Haidt. A number of you are still using the author's first name, just Jonathan, and that's just not something that we do in academic writing. So please avoid doing that.